This Good to Go segment is sponsored by Spectrum Health Medical Group.
On Monday, the nation will honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Spectrum Health has a number of activities lined up for employees and is also encouraging others to learn about the racial disparities in our communities and work toward greater equity, especially as it pertains to health. And here to talk about that is Spectrum Health Chief Diversity Officer Ovell Barbee and Dr. Lisa Lowry from Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. Thanks to both of you for being here. Ovell, I want to start with you. Let's talk about how Spectrum Health is recognizing MLK Day.
Thank you, Catherine. This is our very first year designating MLK Day as an official paid holiday. As a result of our decision, we've planned for a week long of activities. We have team members who will be actively volunteering at the kids' food basket. We also have donations occurring to support the Boys and Girls Club. And then we have many educational activities to really highlight the week of activity.
Nice. One of Dr. King's messages revolved around health equity or the inequities in healthcare for Blacks and other communities of color. That's been highlighted during this pandemic for sure. Dr. Lowry, how's Spectrum Health working toward health equity?
So along with a call to action and identifying racism as a public health issue, Spectrum Health has been actively engaged with our community partners, working with the Urban League, the NAACP, the Hispanic Centers of West Michigan, and others to really educate about COVID and provide resources, not just educational resources, but things such as face mask, hand sanitizer, access to testing when warranted. And as you know, we've been rolling out the vaccine.
So tell me a little bit about what's happening in this realm next week.
Oh, next week, along with the activities with the community outreach, we will be commemorating the week with blood drives across our areas, aimed to diversify the blood supply as well as dispel myths around what giving blood is and the myths that giving blood is actually unsafe. And as we roll out the vaccine to communities of color, we cannot be lost on the fact that because of tragedies in our past, that many communities of color are hesitant to get the COVID vaccine. But looking at organizations such as the National Medical Association, which is a collective voice for African American physicians of color, they have been actively involved and engaged in the research around this vaccine and are saying this is a safe vaccine. Do not shy away from getting this vaccine. We know that at least 10% of the people involved in the studies around development of the vaccine were communities of color. And so we need to say, get out, get signed up, and when you're eligible, go ahead and get the COVID vaccination.
Get it done. Ovell, I know that you say this is not just about Spectrum Health, and it's not just about one's physical health, that racial disparities are everyone's responsibility. What would you like people to do to honor Dr. King?
Well, I'd like to leave with the final thought. Dr. King said, of all the forms of inequality, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. This is not just about spectrum. It's not about an individual's personal health. This is find a way so that you can engage so that to make a difference in the lives of someone else.
Well, I sure respect everything Spectrum Health is doing to mark the day and to mobilize the community and really make folks aware. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me talking about it. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.